My name is Virginia Bonsick. They call me Ginny, and I live in Franklin for 6 years now.
And what do you do at the center, Ginny?
Well, I work Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 1. I work in the cafe and I help make out the salads and the sandwiches. And after that, I go play bingo till 3 o'clock.
And are you lucky, Ginny?
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes.
But it's fun.
Well, I hear good things about the food here, so you must be good at making sandwiches and things.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very, very, very reasonable, too. It's a lot of activity. It's busy. I come early on Tuesdays and Thursdays because they have a very large exercise class in the main room there, and you can't find a place to park your car. So I come early and I come and have my breakfast. They have a delicious breakfast they serve from 8:30 to 10:30. So,
Have you met new people here, Ginny?
oh, yes, yeah.
You smile. Does that mean a lot to you?
A lot of nice friends. A lot of nice friends.
Have you met people here that you didn't know before?
I didn't know anybody here before.
Oh, you didn't?
Nobody.
Oh.
No.
Because you
Just my son, and he.
Right, because that's why you moved to
I
Franklin,
moved here
because of your
because of my
son.
son. But there's a woman that works with me. She works Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's actually funny because we're on the same wavelength. Like till we set up the tables, I have to clear the tables off.
Yeah.
And I go to get the cups and sauce. Well, she's right behind me, and there's a couple of other women, and there's 4 of us. We go out every once in a while for lunch.
Oh, nice.
And it's nice. Yeah.
So birds of a feather.
Right.
Birds of a feather. Okay, well, thank you very much. That is all.
As I said, the big thing, of course, is Karen and the staff. Volunteers are fantastic. I mean, it's a friendship beyond a friendship when you come here. You feel part of a family, and that's what I think is very, very important.
If someone is listening to this movie and wondering whether the senior center is for them, what would you say to them?
Before I got involved, or even coming here, the last thing I would have wanted to even get involved in how people are saying, oh, you're going to be kidding, that's not for me. I think that anybody who is a senior, you have no excuse regarding filling your time. I mean, there's things here I'm not interested in, but there's always so many things going on. Your transportation system that you have. The big thing is seeing people, meeting people, and doing things. That's what I think is the most important thing. That a senior doesn't have any excuses to say I have nothing to do, or I'm home by myself, or that kind of thing. No, they're the best thing, I'm telling you, as far as I'm concerned, and I think that it's the best expenditure of governmental funds to have something that's
Last. You're doing great. We're warming up the legs. 2 more.
Hello, my name is Pierce Murphy, and I'm very familiar with the Franklin Senior Center. The new Senior Center I enjoy tremendously.
Great.
It's established and very well ran, and the amount of people that visit this has increased so much that it just makes us all feel so good, and especially the people who organized this and made it happen. And we appreciate the people in the town who helped in so many different ways, monetarily and whatever. And Karen Niles and Sue have done a tremendous job in their different positions, and it's just a pleasure to be here.
And what have you enjoyed the most about the center?
I would think all of the exercise programs. First of all, I enjoy line dancing. I had never danced since I was a young girl. I hadn't danced. Pierce and I used to dance. That's how we met.
Oh, really?
And I decided to go back to dancing. I saw they had line dancing. I didn't know what it was, but 2 years ago we started line dancing at the senior center. And that has been amazing. We've met a lot of people through dancing. This has taken us further, the groups we've met. We go to dances on the outside, and we have made friends that we go other places with because of our dancing. So I would say line dancing.
Wow.
Yeah. So Zumba is another thing. We love Zumba. Again, we haven't been because of family issues and commitments. But Zumba, which is like Piers explained, the Spanish dance. Pilates to Spanish music, perhaps, is my best explanation.
Oh, that is a good explanation. So you're both very fit looking, so it sounds like this is the center you can use almost like a gym or an athletic facility.
Yes.
And we don't always think of the senior center like
That's
that.
true. That's very true.
Wow.
Again, it all boils down to organization and manufacturing. We're extremely lucky to have, and I'm not running for office or anything, but
Maybe we should
between
think
Karen
about it,
and
Piers.
Sue in the kitchen is excellently ran. I mean, the food is excellent. The sanitary, I've helped in the kitchen a little bit, and it's just an all-around well-ran kitchen. The programs, just to walk up and down the different halls, see so many different elderly people doing what they chose to do and probably love. I don't want to even try and mention all of them, but it makes me honestly feel very proud to be in Franklin.
Hi, my name is Carol Adeletto, and I'm an RN. I'm working here as one of the coordinators at the Supportive Day program at the Franklin Senior Center. We call it the Sunshine Club. It's for frail elders or people maybe that have a memory loss or people that are isolated at home and are looking for companionship and way to be stimulated instead of just sitting home, let's say sitting in front of the television or going back to bed every day. So right now we have a program between 5 and 10 people every day. It's grown tremendously. We have men and women. We actually have more women than men, but I think this one day it's equal. Maybe on Thursdays we have 4 males and 4 females.
Changes.
Yes, that's often the case. We have a woman here that's quite new. Her son brought her in. She had lost her husband quite recently. She also has a mild dementia. She's quite forgetful. And she was also very anxious, and of course she's grieving. And she came in and we made her feel so welcome on the interview and gave her really an honest evaluation of what we would be doing when she came in, if she chose to come into the group. And her son was 100% for it, and she was skeptical, as you might say. So the first day is always free. Whatever member comes in is completely free for the first day. I always say they like to get to know us, and we need to get to know them, see if we're suited, good match for each other, and most often, in fact, it's almost always the case. She's already coming back in 2 days a week, and they're thinking of increasing her to 3 days a week. It turned her around, and we have so many of the similar stories. Once they get in here, they say, wow, it's like everyone else is, my friend here, and the people treat me so well, and we have so much fun.
I'm Pat Llewellyn. I'm from Bellingham. We have a beautiful computer room, and a lot of people ask to learn how to run the computer. Karen asked me, she said, can you teach? And I said, yeah. So I've been teaching 2 days a week in the computer room. And then this is something new. Then I also teach cribbage.
Do you teach, and do you see it as benefiting the seniors?
I do, due to the fact that most seniors my age are afraid of computers. They've heard horror stories, what they can do, what they can ruin it. They can cause viruses and everything else. And by the time I'm through, they get 6 lessons, each 1 hour. And by the time I'm through, they know that They're a way around computers. They can get on there, they can look up things. Most of the seniors, all they want to do is look up something. They want to learn to set up email, get pictures, send pictures, so I teach them what to do with pictures, how to save them. And the nice thing about it, we have a computer lab that has 12 computers. So if you even don't have a computer at home, you don't need one. You can come in here when we're open and use any of the computers. A lot of people come in here and just get their email. They don't even have a computer, so this is fine.
Suzanne Wade, and I live at Central Park Terrace here in Franklin.
And Suzanne, you're here today to do some volunteer work?
Yes, I volunteer on Wednesdays. I work in the cafe. I do the cash register for breakfast and lunch.
And I understand you've had a lot of challenges in your life.
In my life, and the last year and a half have been a great challenge because I had a relatively major stroke, and I've been slowly but surely, getting back. And this was a good way to socialize and build a new social structure because retirement was sort of forced on me with all this. So this is a great place to be. A lot of wonderful socialization, a lot of great friends that I've made.
Sue, how did the center make a difference in your rehab? Because obviously you are up and running and you are doing volunteer work here. Yeah. So you've been on the receiving end of some of the center and giving back.
Right. It's made a big difference because, like I said, with the socialization, it's created more friends. It's been with people that have said, oh, well, let's see how much you can do this, and let's see how much you can do that. And even though it was moving a finger that much, it was like I was getting all kinds of praises for, look at what you're doing. So it encouraged me to push to do more and push to do more and sort of help with my own therapy that way. So it was kind of nice. And I've got several different groups of friends because I do several different things. So it's been great as far as that goes.
And you do several different things. What do you mean several different things?
Well, on Mondays I play Mahjong with one group of people. And on Tuesdays I do the bingo with a different group of people. And then I play Pacino on Fridays with a different group of people. And then I work the cafe, so I get to see all kinds of different people.
Wow. So you could be here at the center at least 3 days a week?
3 to 4 days a week.
3 to 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And how many hours would you spend here?
It depends, but it's nice to have support.
Yeah.
It's nice to have support. And the people that I've met here have all been very supportive. And it's been really nice because, it's different if you just come in and nobody talks to you but everybody talks. Everybody's willing to be a friend. Everybody includes you. I don't think I've had any problems with fitting into different things. Like, I went in to do the Mahjong and it was like, because obviously that's a little bit different than going in and playing bingo.
Right.
Everybody knows how to play bingo.
Right.
But to go in to play Mahjong, and it was like, they taught me how to play it, and they were willing to accept that I couldn't do the reaching and the setting up and everything that could be done. So And nobody said, "Oh well, no, we're just got our group and you can't join."
Right.
They were willing to.
Wasn't
include
like
me.
junior high.
Yeah, no, it definitely was not like junior high. It was, but they were willing to include me and to teach, and it was just great because I didn't feel. It took very little time before I didn't feel like an outsider.
Wow.
You know, so
My guess is that you were sort of inspirational to some of them.
maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
But it's, like I said, it was kind of nice because I was incorporated almost immediately. And nobody said, "Oh, no, you can't. You can't." If it was like, "Oh, well, at bingo, well, we have a full table, but wait a minute, there's a place over here." So it was
welcoming.
welcoming. It wasn't like, "Oh, well, no, we're all set. We can't be bothered," you know.
Yeah.
But it was, nobody had that kind of attitude. It was really nice and welcoming and warm, and now I do the trips, and
You do the trips?
I do
and
some trips.
What trips have you gone on?
Let's see. We went to a vineyard in New Hampshire, which was kind of neat, and because then it was the lunch and the show, and of course we had the wine tasting, which is always very good. And then came back and went sailing on the schooner Liberté this summer.
Oh.
And we just came back from Salem last week, just before our wonderful snowstorm. But so we went up to Salem and took the trolley tour around there, the historic trolley tour. So
Okay.
it was really nice.
And all of these trips are very reasonable, I understand.
Oh yes. The one to Salem, of course, you had to pay for your own lunch.
Right.
But it would cost a whole whopping $5.
Oh my gosh.
So your bus ride up and back was $5.
Right.
And, I mean,
Right.
anything you want, any shopping you did, obviously was on your own.
Right. Right.
My name is Sam Carter, and I don't live in Franklin. I live in Bellingham.
Oh, well, that's a good thing because there are a lot of Bellingham folks that come to the senior center.
And the reason I come because Paul and I went to the Boston Sports Club together, and we meet here on a Friday for breakfast quite a few years ago.
So you come in for breakfast?
I come in for breakfast, and I've been coming off and on since then, you know.
So what do you have for breakfast usually?
Depends. Sometimes I have bacon and eggs. Sometimes I have just a bagel, you know.
And how much does it cost you to have bacon and eggs here at the center?
$3.
And that includes coffee?
Everything.
Excuse me while I go and have breakfast now.
My name is Stella Geon, spelled Jeon. Many people say Gino, and when they say Gino, I really feel at home in Franklin because of its Italian heritage. What would we do without this wonderful facility? It's made such a difference in so many people's lives to come here and be among other people, to play cards, to take part in exercise programs, to listen to seminars, to have a sandwich with a friend in the cafe. It's made a world of difference to so many people. We're very fortunate to have it, because if we were applying for it today with the budgetary constraints we're under, we couldn't possibly consider it.
How often do you come to the center?
I'm here about 3 times a week.
And each and the bus takes you, or the shuttle?
I depend on the Gatra van, and they're very, very good.
They are.
I depend on them from all my medical appointments. The drivers are very accommodating. We have it made here. Really. I can't sing the praises of this facility enough.